Coming up on Shelby this week, Shelby Township will begin work to reroute a water main running through a former landfill. We have all the details on this project. And Fire Station number 5 opened 2 months ago. Now the township will be breaking ground on a brand new station to replace station number 4. And community members had some important questions about the new property, and we'll tell you what you need to know about this new development. Closure after closure at Lake St. Clair Metro Park has people wondering what exactly is in the water. Our representatives are finding answers and going to the source at this upcoming event. We have all this and much more coming up on Shelby This Week. Just after midnight last Wednesday, the Shelby Police Department was called to the Marathon gas station on Van Dyke after an armed robbery was reported. Officers collected evidence from the scene and the K-9 was brought out to track down the suspect. He was wearing a black ski mask, black shorts, and blue jeans. He was armed with a handgun and left with an undetermined amount of cash. This is an ongoing investigation, and anyone with information is asked to contact Shelby Township Police. More construction barrels could be coming to Shelby Township, but not to fix the road. Our Nick Buckler explains.
The area of 23 Mile Road in Ryan could be home to some construction in the near future due to the rerouting of a major water main that services 11 communities.
This water main's coming to the end of its life cycle. This water main's a little over 50 years old. The normal water main we consider 60 to 70 years old to be pretty much end of their life cycle there.
This 8-foot water main runs through the former G&H landfill, and the Great Lakes Water Authority wants to reroute it for that reason.
There's also a fear, a perception that if something should happen in there, that it could cause some contamination to the municipal water supply.
To date, there hasn't been any contamination report, so the move would just be precautionary. Now, the next step is determining a new route for the main to run, which should be decided in the next couple months. And after that, the construction project would begin.
We're looking at, for the most part, it's going to be over by DeQuinder, and they'll try to run it from about 24 in DeQuinder somewhere, again, determining the route, but ending up at DeQuinder Road and South Boulevard.
Now, the rerouting of this water main is just precautionary and won't get underway until the DPW and Great Lakes Water Authority determines a new route for this main. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
Fire Station number 5 opened last month, and by this time next year, we'll see the new location of Fire Station number 4. Shelby This Week's Courtney Bennett talked to Fire Chief Jim Swimkowski about the move.
Shelby Township has a total of 5 fire stations, all providing fast-acting service to people in trouble in the community. Last month, the Township's Board of Trustees approved a plan to build a new fire station to replace the building that currently houses Station number 4.
So Station 4 was built with that purpose, that it would serve that area until such a time came when they needed to put a 5th station in and go back to the original master plan. Our primary focus is on the residents. That station is not in near all of the residents, because obviously we have all the development where Station 5 is now currently at 21 Shanner. But when you go north with the SAD in sections 1 and 2 that are in, you're going to get a couple thousand more houses up in that area, and there's a lot of residential going on. If you look at east of M53, which is what Station 4 currently, or Station 4 and 5 operate out of, they're pulling over 40% of the total runs, whether it's fires, car accidents, everything. That is where all of our activity is currently in that area. And when obviously with the development that's starting in sections 1 and 2, that's 2 square miles that's going to be developed. You're going to get, a couple of thousand, I would imagine a couple thousand houses or complexes in there. And that's just going to increase the run volume.
For under $2 million, the township will construct the property at the corner of 25 Mile and Shanner Road. With the many trees and a historical home sitting on the land, some people have questions on what is going to happen to those pieces.
The station is located to minimize the amount of trees that are coming down. I think there's only 3, 2 of which are already dying. We are minimizing the amount of tree loss. In fact, the sidewalks that we'll have to put in and I was working with the architect to make sure we go around certain trees. There's some smaller saplings that'll come down, but all of the trees along Shaner, especially those that are right on Shaner, those are staying. Back when when this property went for sale, it did have, a very old cabin on it, and talking to the owners of the property as well as the historical committee, that house dates back to 1827, 1828, which makes it the second oldest structure in the township. If we can preserve it as a township and work with the owners, with all the history, that's something that, we can keep around so the next generation can, see what it was like going back that far.
Another concern is the noise, which comes with any fire station, but especially this one, being located right in a residential neighborhood.
Yes, there always is noise, and that is inevitable. Even right now when we have to run up there off of Jewel and some of the other areas, the noise is already there. If you look at our other two stations off of Auburn and Ryan and 24.5 miles Shelby Road that have been there since the 70s, they're in residential areas. They're right there. And we get along with our neighbors really well. Obviously with Station 5 going into 21 in Shaner, we've been working with the residents to ensure that the activity and the noise is already there. What we're doing is changing the starting location where the trucks are so we can get to those that need help a lot quicker. And a lot of our runs that we don't use lights and sirens, we don't turn them on. We leave it off for that reason. 2 o'clock in the morning, and if we're just going down the street, we may not even turn the lights and sirens on. So we've been working with the director of the Macomb County Department of Roads to ensure proper traffic flow, signal timers for us, so we can minimize the noise. But yeah, we take all that into effect and in doing everything we can for the residents to limit the disruption to their lives while we're going to help other people.
Once the new building is up and running, the township plans to sell the current location of Fire Station 4, located at 23 Mile and Shaner Road. This is Courtney Bennett with Shelby This Week.
With the increasing amounts of bacteria forcing our local lakes to close, 2 state representatives are taking a stand and finding answers. Representatives Peter Lucido and Kevin Hertel are hosting a town hall meeting for community members. There, we'll learn why the lakes have such a high count of bacteria like E. coli. People haven't been able to go swimming in Lake St. Clair and several Michigan Metro Park beaches because of this. The town hall is October 2nd at the McRae Banquet and Event Center in Harrison Township. Doors will open at 6 p.m. For more information, call the numbers on our screen or contact either of the representatives by email. It's been 2 months since the director of the Huron-Clinton Metro Parks was asked to take a paid administrative leave from his job pending an internal investigation. Now, George Pfeiffer has resigned from his position as the director of the parks, and Police Chief Michael Reese will continue to serve in his place. Pfeiffer was facing criticism from environmentalists about the way he was taking care of the properties since his start in 2015. In June, a photo of a dead fawn at Stony Creek Metro Park went viral on social media. The deer was run over by a lawnmower. Some speculate the habitats of many animals have been disturbed because Pfeiffer encouraged overmowing of the parks, and many animals lost their natural habitats. A Shelby Township man has lost his license as an investment broker. Ernest Romer III is facing up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $500,000 if he's convicted. Romer is accused of fraud in connection with the offer or sale of securities and engaging in dishonest and unethical practices. He allegedly tried convincing 4 customers to sell their securities and investments elsewhere. After they were sold, he used the money for personal benefit. A helpful tip: before you invest your money, you're encouraged to contact Corporations, Securities, and Commercial Licensing Bureau at 517-241-6345 or at michigan.gov/securities. Up next, fall is fast approaching, and that means one thing: football season is about to start. We have information on what you can expect this upcoming season as your local high schools hit the field. And One Utica Community School is raising money in a fun way. Learn about how you can donate as kids run for fun. And Shelby Creek Medical Center wants all kids to learn about health as they head back to school. We'll tell you about their event they held to promote a healthy lifestyle. Stay with us on Shelby This Week. A new season of football is here, and whether you find yourself at the field under the lights or watching our coverage, there's a lot of excitement around the game. And after top players graduated last year, we'll soon find out how this team will stand as the season kicks off. Austin Lass has all the game information you need to know about the Eisenhower Eagles.
The high school football season is upon us, and our own Tim Meyer caught up with the Eisenhower Eagles earlier this offseason to get their thoughts on the upcoming season.
It's an exciting time every time this year as football starts, and you got what it looks like out here, what we saw so far, as a great group of young men.
Yeah, great. They're working hard. You know, we got guys that have a lot of playing experience, but you know, we got a lot of new JV guys that are coming up and playing, but they're working hard, and we're trying to get better every day. That's the key.
Tell us about what your feelings are this point of the year with this team as compared to last year's team.
Last year we were replacing 5 offensive linemen, and this year we replaced 4, and it's the same thing. You're working every day, so it's hard to compare the two teams, you know, because we got better every week last year, and we're just hoping we do that again this year.
Eisenhower Eagles offensive coordinator John DeGiorgio. And John, this year got a little bit of pressure on you. You guys shot out of the cannon last year with a tremendous offense. How are you going to do in the encore season here in 2017?
We're looking to reload. We feel good about our tailback position. Obviously, we graduated Jack Preventure, but we have Caleb Oyster, who we feel very strongly about. And obviously, when you have one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Michigan, there's a lot of things you can do.
I'm with Eisenhower's third-year quarterback, Max Whitwer. And Max, you actually put together 2 fantastic seasons, and what do you got in store for your senior year?
I'm just looking for more of the same with a good group of guys. You know, we've been practicing hard for this last week. Our coaches are, you know, doing what they always do. They've been scheming. They've been planning throughout the whole winter, and I just want to get one step farther than last year and win the game at Ford Field. So that's what I'm looking forward to in my senior season.
Well, the Eisenhower Eagles will be losing all-world running back Jack Preventure, but they have a pretty good replacement here in Caleb Oyster. Many of you maybe remember Caleb last year, scored a few touchdowns for the Eagles on the gridiron. And Caleb, now the ball's in your hands, and tell us a little bit about how that feels.
I mean, it feels great. I'm just trying to fill the role of Jack, and I mean, I'm doing the best I can.
The Eagles will open their season this Saturday at the Prep Kickoff Classic at Tom Adams Field on the campus of Wayne State University. And they will take on the Oak Park Knights at 3 p.m. For tickets and more information, please visit www.detroitsports.org/PKC.
We've never played Oak Park. Watch some film on them. They're well coached, and they play tough, and you know, they're going to be a great opponent for us.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Austin Lass.
And we'll have to wait to see how this season plays out for the Eagles. Good luck, guys. And speaking of football, we know you want to know who will go head-to-head on the field this season. Shelby This Week's Arthur Schenk has you covered with all the game times and locations.
The 2017 high school football season is kicking off, and Shelby TV Sports has another great year of coverage planned. This year's television coverage starts off with the Port Huron Big Reds visiting the Utica Chieftains. Week 2 will have all eyes in the MAC Red on this one, as the Dakota Cougars wander into Barney Swinehart Field to face the Eisenhower Eagles. In Week 3, the Roseville Panthers are in town to face Eisenhower, who are home for back-to-back games. In Week 4, we have a MAC White matchup as the Anchor Bay Tars line up against the Utica Chieftains. The 5th week of our coverage has the Warren Cousino Patriots facing the Utica Chieftains. And in Week 6, the Lance Cruz North Crusaders are taking on the Eagles. On October 6th, in Week 7, the Eagles host longtime rival Stevenson in a game that could have an impact on how the MAC Red gets sorted out. Week 8 has the Fraser Ramblers visiting the Utica Chieftains. And in Week 9, the Stevenson Titans return to Barney Swinehart Field, this time to face Utica to wrap up the season. We will also look to follow both teams into the playoffs. when the pairings are announced at the end of the season. So stay tuned to Shelby TV Sports for 2007 high school football action.
Don't forget to tune in each week on Shelby TV to catch the games. With funding lacking for public schools in the state of Michigan, Flickinger Elementary School has an answer to the money woes. The elementary school is running for money, which will benefit every child who goes there this school year.
School funding for us is a big deal because this is a way that we can control how we enhance education for kids. We're in the process of planning our second fun run. We're very excited. Our fun run goes towards raising money for our school, and we plan it at the beginning of the school year. It gets everyone together, the whole community, and it brings in a lot of school spirit as well.
Fun run is something where you run around a track, and it is not a race, but you run around a track or walk around a track, and you can raise money for your school by getting donations.
It's for raising money for new playground equipment.
And it also enhances some of the education activities within our buildings, such as field trip transportation costs, some of the instructional materials. They do a lot of fabulous things with the funds with it. When we invest in the playground equipment, we're investing in the community, not just the school. Families get together outside and they meet after school, and they are able to enjoy the equipment, not just the kids during the school day. And this ensures every student in my building gets to go on a field trip, and that's awesome, and that enhances their education every year. So it's a pretty big deal to be able to have this event and then receive the funding for it.
The second annual Flickinger Fun Run will be held on September 29th. If you'd like to make a donation and support the school's mission for a new play equipment and field trips, you can find information on the websites listed on your screen. And with that school year starting in a couple of weeks, it's important for parents and kids to know about all things health. McLaren Macomb Shelby Creek Medical Center knows firsthand how important it is to teach children about health awareness. They held an event all about kids and families.
So this is a back-to-school health and safety fair. We wanted to just inform kids about healthy eating, nutrition, safety nets like car seat checks, child identification, staying away from danger. There's fire safety in there just right before school starts.
Just to be cognizant of health and safety, the awareness, keeping track of your child, where they're at, what's going on, just general overall safety. The common things that seatbelt use, obviously, helmet protection. There's some discussion on concussions and helmets with bicycles and sports and things like that. Being aware of their surroundings, people around them, and what's going on.
We just wanted to give a comprehensive, outlook for kids, basically cover every base. Because health and safety is not just about one or two things. So we wanted the sheriff's department here, fire department here, along with Myers, and nutrition consultants, labs, cardiovascular, pretty much overall health.
At the event, a local radio station collected backpacks for kids who are in need of one this school season. You can still stop by the Shelby Creek Medical Center on 26 Mile in Van Dyke and donate a backpack to help out a child in need. Are you interested in learning about protecting water quality at your house? The Clinton River Watershed Council has an event for you. What's in Your Backyard will teach you how to identify common invasive species and will help you protect your water quality. It's all free, and the first seminar is September 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Washington Township offices. The second seminar is at the Shelby Township Senior Center. The Clinton River Watershed Council has programs and services to protect and enhance the Clinton River and Lake St. Clair. For more information or to register, call 248-601-0606 or email registration@crwc.org. For the first time in 10 years, LinkedIn will open an office in the United States, and it's coming to Michigan. The company plans to open its offices in Detroit and start hiring people in the next few months. According to the company's website, the senior vice president said, "This new office gives us a chance to marry LinkedIn's uniquely powerful culture with Detroit's dynamic talent to create economic opportunity for our employees, the city, and our company." LinkedIn is an employment social networking site. The California-based company has offices all around the world and employs more than 10,000 people. Jobs at the Detroit office include sales positions and small business relationship manager. If you're interested in applying, visit linkedin.com/jobs. Still ahead on Shelby this week, this allergy affects more and more people every year, but researchers have found a breakthrough which may help you if you're allergic to this food. And fall isn't here yet, but food brands are pumping out all things pumpkin. We'll tell you about some brands you can buy today when you're at the grocery store. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Matt Signorello, Lieutenant Inspector with the Shelby Township Fire Prevention Division. I'm here today to discuss escape planning. When it comes to escape planning, it's always wise to plan ahead. If a fire breaks out in your home, you may only have a few seconds to get out safely. Make sure everyone in the home knows where to go. First, make a home escape plan. It can be as simple as a family conversation. Always know at least 2 ways to get out of a room. Teach your children to escape on their own and to practice fire drills as a group. It is a good idea to keep doors closed, especially at night and especially with children. When it comes time to get out of your home, designate a meeting place, typically at the end of the driveway near a mailbox or a tree. If the alarm sounds, get out and stay out. Never go back in for anything. That's what the fire department is for. If the conditions are smoky, get low and go. Call the fire department as soon as you get outside. Implement your plan today and stay safe.
A new therapy may help cure your child of a peanut allergy. Researchers have found an experimental treatment which keeps patients from experiencing an allergic reaction to peanuts. Australian scientists gave children a probiotic with peanut protein every day for 18 months. After they were tested 1 month later, 80% of the children could tolerate the peanuts without any allergic reactions. And after 4 years, 70% of them were still able to eat peanuts without suffering side effects. Peanut allergies are one of the most common causes of death from food allergies, and more people are being diagnosed every year. Further testing will be done to ensure this research is accurate and actually will help people live a better quality of life. The pumpkin season craze is upon us, and even though it's still summertime, food makers have already started thinking about the fall. Last week, Starbucks announced the release of their bottled pumpkin spice lattes. You can actually find them in stores now, but they still haven't said when they will bring them back into the coffee shops. Continuing with the pumpkin theme, M&M's announced a new flavor, white pumpkin pie. The candy is made of white chocolate and pumpkin pie flavored coating. This new M&M joins the list of seasonal fall offerings like pecan pie, candy corn, and pumpkin spice latte. If you like pumpkin flavored, you can also try Halo Top pumpkin pie ice cream, pumpkin spice Cheerios, and pumpkin spice Cliff Bars. All these products are available in stores now. And that's it for us here at Shelby this week. For updates and more news, you can find us all the time on our Facebook page. Just search Shelby TV. And since the art fair was such a big hit this month in Shelby Township, we'll leave you now with more scenes from the event. Thanks for watching.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're a swimming pool on an August day, you're the perfect thing to say. And you play your cards, but it's kinda cute. When you smile at me, you know exactly what to do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. You're every line, every word, you're everything, babe. Oh, yes you are, babe. Look at it. You're a carousel, you're the wishing well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe, girl, that I'm your man, and can do. And it's this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you make me sing. Your every line, your every word, your everything. So la 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 la. So la 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 la. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you make me sing. Your every line, your every word, your everything, your every song that I sing along. Baby, you're my everything.